Youth on the march. Boys and girls of today on the road to tomorrow. Boys and girls who live in places that to us are far away and little known. Boys and girls who speak strange tongues that few of us understand. Boys and girls who press eagerly forward toward various widely divergent goals. Boys and girls of many lands and different races, yet all loyal and patriotic, all doing their best according to their lights, and all imbued with the hope that is the prime blessing of youth, each group believing implicitly that it is on the only fork of the road to tomorrow that leads to the bright future which every race and nation conceives to be its own peculiar destiny. 50 years from now, our American youth of this passing day will keep a rendezvous with all these other boys and girls in the councils of the world. And what our own youth stand for then will have weight, more or less, in determining whether that will be a better day than this. For 50 years from now, the world will be what all these boys and girls of many lands and races have made it. For they will then be the elder statesmen in the Parliament of mankind. That's why John Deeds is so much more important potentially than he may seem to the casual eye. John and his fine wool Ohio sheep, especially his prize-winning merino ram. And that's why the appreciative care that Mary Cowell lavishes on Snow White, her purebred Ayrshire heifer, may have a certain bearing on the trend of history. For they belong to a youth movement too, John and Mary and more than 1 million other farm boys and girls in this land of ours. A youth movement that represents the great basic industry of America, agriculture. 1,500,000 boys and girls, and this Ohio boy is one of them. Learn to do by doing is a watchword of the 4-H clubs. Merle Voris learns by feeding purebred Duroc Jersey hogs. Jimmy Junk learns his part by breeding Belgian draft horses. His prize filly, Linda Ann, won the governor's trophy at the Ohio State Fair. Across the river in Kentucky, where the horses are of a different breed, we find another 4-H club boy whose specialty is tobacco. This is Junior Spillman suckering his crop, the second that he has grown as a 4-H club member. Eleanor Clement, who lives nearby in Indiana, is skilled both in homemaking and farming. With 5 years in club work, including 3 in food preservation, she is now a 4-H club leader. Down in Louisiana, in the picturesque Acadian country, we meet Annette Burley. Annette excels in making clothing, as well as in baking wholesome and nutritious bread. Across the high plains and over the Great Divide, down among the foothills of California, we find Glenn Goebel busy grooming his calf for a livestock show. And farther down the coast, not far from the old mission of Capistrano, where the swallows return so surely, we see Melba Ruth Love at her sewing machine. Melba Ruth enjoys sharing home responsibilities, but she enjoys other things too. She wants to be an astronomer. In Puerto Rico, 4-H girls make seashells a money crop. Here's a doll made wholly of shells. Rene with his 4-H ghost. And Miriam in her exquisite 4-H uniform, proudly presenting her purebred Hampshire sow. Demonstration teams acquire skill and confidence that tend to make for more enlightened rural leadership. These girls are from Colorado. This is a Louisiana stock judging team. Thus, the 4-H club member devotes head, heart, hand, and health not only to better farming or homemaking, but also to better citizenship. Each year, selected representatives of these clubs meet in a national 4-H camp in Washington. There they visit national shrines, learn to appreciate more fully the responsibility of citizenship, perhaps meet the president of their country face to face, and hear from his own lips informal words of greeting and counsel. American farm boys and girls on the road to tomorrow. A youth movement rooted in the soil and the cardinal virtues. A movement that has spread to every state in the Union, to Alaska, to Puerto Rico, Hawaii, Samoa, Guam, and the Philippines. A youth movement that, without benefit of any propaganda whatever, has spread to Europe, Asia, the other Americas, and the Antipodes. To Cuba, for example, where we see Rolando Mascara in his 5C garden. The Padre Varela Needlework Club. Cuban 5C clubs have nearly 7,000 members. Similarly, the movement has spread to Canada, to Venezuela, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, China, Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and to Latvia, where until not long ago, 100,000 boys and girls wore the same 4-leaf clover emblem that John Deeds and Mary Cowell wear. Wore the same emblem and were bound by the same solemn vow, the 4-H pledge.
I pledge my head to clearer thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, my health to better living, for my club, my community, and my country.
These are the apprentice citizens who take the road to tomorrow as representatives of the farm communities of America and of where the 4-H move taken root. These boys and girls move forward toward that remote rendezvous where the issues of tomorrow will be met. We may rest assured that the world of 50 years hence may justly take pride in the work their hands shall have done, the counsel their head shall have given, and the loyalty their hearts shall have devoted to the service of their homelands. For this is indeed a youth movement that America can commend to posterity, one that seeks to achieve its ends without taking anything away from anybody, by the production of useful physical wealth and the creation and cultivation of helpful spiritual and social values. A youth movement that is altogether national, yet one that unites boys and girls of many lands and different races by a common bond. A youth movement dedicated to unselfish service, in which its members strive to build a better home, a better community, and a better country. And thus, of course, a